the timestamps.
55. Yeah, it was the own goal.
It was in the second half.
That's why I said at the half we were tied. Not tied.
You didn't say that.
Yes, I did. I said we were tied, and then I corrected myself because I was like, didn't we have a ton of extra time?
Oh, yeah, because Kawasi bust her head open. It kept busting open again.
That's the Chaos Award.
Oh, right.
Riley comes in. Angel City on the run.
Corner kick presented by Cedars-Sinai.
Shifty work into the box. And across. It's in. Oh, it's Lou. It's a dream return.
Welcome to the Post-Rapture episode of Casual FC, an Angel City match preview and footy therapy pod featuring two non-raptured podcast footy certified footy therapists. I'm your host, Mario Salazar, with my co-host, Angela Morales.
Yeah, we're still here. Post-Rapture. Okay, but this is Tuesday. I did hear it could happen tomorrow on Wednesday or on Thursday. So we've moved to the Rapture goalpost.
Okay, I did not. This is update to me. This is news.
So if you have not been sucked up into the sky yet, maybe you still have a chance. I know I don't.
If you don't get sucked up, then you'll be able to watch the match, which happens on Saturday, November 27th versus Racing Louisville at Lynn Family Stadium. Because it's over there, it's going to be at 4:30 for us. It's going to be on Ion TV and iHeartRadio.
First game in the doubleheader.
Yep. And there is no watch party information, so I'm not even going to talk about it.
At least not yet.
Probably by the time this goes out, there will be a post about it.
Yeah, but we'll post it.
They've been getting pretty late about their watch parties. They've been like posting them like almost day of.
I know. They're like, oh, hey.
We forgot to tell everybody about the watch party.
I know.
We have there's the tried and true ones right now where it's like Untamed Spirits and Watching Sports Bar. For a fact, they will be showing the game.
33 Taps usually has the game on. They're like, all their locations are usually really good about showing women's sports, which is dope.
Yep.
We do love that.
Find your place, 4:30. It's a good early game.
Yeah.
Still have the night ahead of you on a Saturday. Depending on how it turns out, you might be in a good mood, you might be in a bad mood. I don't know.
I will be at home. Oh, no, I won't, actually. Eva has a gig on Saturday.
Oh,
so if anybody's free on Saturday on the east side near Pasadena, DM me and I'll get you info for the gig. $5 at the door. It'll be super dope.
There you go.
Yeah.
It might either keep the high going or it might bring your spirits up after.
Absolutely.
So either way, you will end the night on a good note.
Exactly. So this week, I don't really have a KS award. Maybe the Rapture, maybe not. Who knows? This weekend, soccer was just there. I watched the majority of games. Eva and I were just like at home cleaning and like trying to reset our lives, which barely happened. We got some stuff done, but everything has been so hard lately. But around the league, games were played. Houston beat Chicago 1-0. North Carolina beat Orlando 1-0. Utah upset Louisville 3-2. That game was also bonkers. Utah just was scoring. And then Louisville said, oh, yeah, me too. And then Utah was like, nah, no. Kansas City, per usual, won 2-0 against Seattle.
Yep.
Portland and San Diego drew at 1. So did Bay and Gotham. So, like, the games were just like, okay. Like, they were fine. Yeah. And then, we played the first game of the weekend.
The first game. So it wasn't and night. Then. It was us first.
Big shout out to everybody who saw me, gave me a hug. This year has been like the weirdest year of bad news. So Thursday was another weird day of getting really weird news during the day. I texted friends that used to sit in our section but moved downstairs, And I texted them like, hey, you guys going to come to the game? They're like, I don't think we're going to make it. Like, they have some last minute stuff come up. And then next thing I know, they're in our section. And they're like, you said you were having a bad day and you needed a hug. And I was like on the verge of tears. I'm like, don't do it. But yeah, Thursday was a very difficult day. I fully appreciate everybody who showed up, who gave me a hug, who came to make sure I was okay. Yeah, I love this community. We're a silly bunch of weirdos, and I'm so grateful for everyone. Yeah.
It's a good bunch of people, everybody that we've met. Yeah.
I'm not going to cry about it. So there.
Okay. You don't have to. We had a match against the Washington Spirit. Number 2, Washington Spirit. We ended up drawing 2-2. There was an interesting back and forth in the beginning. There was a PK, which had a damn good save by Angela. There was just a... Angelina.
Not me. I'm not...
Yes, not you. By Angelina, had a great save. It's just unfortunate that there was a rebound and the ball's still in play. So nobody else was really going to get to it at that point. Trin's just too fast. And so
yeah, and she'd already crashed the box. I have questions about this rule, and maybe because I have not been a lifelong soccer fan, I hate it. Because the way I see it is that it's like a technical foul in basketball, or like a penalty, something where like the game is stopped. Obviously the clock in soccer doesn't stop, but like the game itself is stopped. Why is it considered active play? It doesn't make sense to me. Just stop it and like goal kick to restart the game. I don't like it. And it's not just because of this PK, it's in general. I don't like it because it doesn't make sense to me. PK is only solo shots in a shootout, but not when there's like a foul.
2 questions or 2 follow-up things. 1, isn't that the same rule in a free throw?
A free throw is different than a technical foul free throw.
Okay.
Because if on the second if it's a 2 shots, or if it's like a 1-in-1 situation, like on that second shot, if you miss it, because it's in the run of play, if there's a technical foul and the game stops, which is essentially what happens with a foul like this, then the free throws are given. Nobody's in the box. Nobody crashes the boards. Like the game is stopped. You make the shot and then you restart the game.
Oh, is that when the person's like by themselves on the key and everybody has to stand back? Okay.
That's a PK.
I never really knew the difference.
It's basically like a foul. So essentially like this, where you get an extra shot at a point. But I don't get why. I'm some 400-year-old reason because it's soccer. I'm not going to look it up. It just makes me mad.
And I'm not going to look it up either. So my gut feeling of all of this is that it's perfectly fine the way it is. I see it as the normal free throw where everybody's standing around the key, and then like as soon as the ball rebounds, like you're allowed to grab it.
It's like a corner for me. That's how I see it. Like a corner or a free kick is a free throw.
Yeah. Because like it doesn't have to be an egregious foul. It could just be, which was a very light foul in this thing. Like it was
in the box.
That was like a pastel yellow. Like that wasn't a true yellow. Come on.
Not a vibrant summer yellow.
No. Not sunflower yellow here. We're talking like baby yellows. Yeah, it was a very light foul. Ultimately, a foul is a foul, and it's within the box, and the box is like the safety zone. I think one of the commentators was like, they were saying like, that's a really light foul. Really, come on, you don't want to call it, but you can see the argument why. And 2, as a defender, like you should know better that within the box, you do not leave your feet. Like you leave your feet, you're automatically being called as a foul. And that's what happened is Yabi just lunged.
She caught some air when I don't think she meant to.
Exactly. So it is what it is. And then I do see the kind of like difference between a shootout and this, because in a shootout, it's what you're talking about. Everybody's standing back. It's a one-on-one competition, and it's like the same thing in a hockey, right? It's like the one-on-one shootout, like you're
1, 2,
running
3,
through.
Triple deke.
Yep. And then, but in this, it's everybody's everybody's standing on line equal distant. That's why you have the little like half circle at the top, is to keep them all equal distant away from the penalty spot. So everybody technically has the same chance once
with the
it
exception of
bounces
the
back.
kicker.
Yeah. But either way, that was the first goal from Rodman.
Yes.
But we were able to equalize pretty quickly right after
And it
that.
was it was so
Such a good
good.
goal.
It was so good.
So the game was 1-1 at that point. Now, from my memory, there was a lot of extra time. So I know there's the own goal here at 55. I don't know if that was 55 from the first half, or do they count that?
Okay.
Or do they count that as still at 45 plus?
Plus, yeah. So in the first half, Kawasi busted her head open, was down for a good 10 minutes kind of thing.
So that's the chaos award.
That's truly the chaos award, because it's not even that happened. They sealed her up. She was okay.
Yeah, she got the Sarah Gordon.
She got the Gordon / Maddie Curry / Von de Donk, but she didn't quite it. She needed the swim cap. They didn't give her a swim cap.
They didn't give it, yeah.
The thing is, she kept, like, the bandage kept moving, or she kept going after, like, crazy headers the whole damn game. They didn't sub her out until 70-some minute, and I'm like, girl, you should not have.
It's like she forgot she had a head injury.
Yes. No joke, because then they'd have to stop the game because there was blood, and it was like, oh, fine. Add another 5 minutes getting her cleaned up. Like, it was just a lot.
Yeah.
And
there was 13 extra minutes, I believe, in the first half.
And it was pretty much for her being treated.
Yeah.
It was, and like the teams are out there like warming up because like they all knew she was okay. But as somebody who has experienced a head injury to this extent, internal and external stitches, okay? I don't think you should be allowed
How the hell
to play.
do you get internal stitches?
When I do something, I do it well. I say that I don't half-ass anything. I whole-ass or no-ass, and I whole-assed it. You can see it. I have a Harry Potter scar. He who shall not be named. But the good thing was the ER surgeon was a plastic surgeon. So I got very, very lucky. Otherwise, I would have had cross-stitch up my forehead. But yeah, bless that man. I pissed him off. I was little when I did it too. So like I didn't understand a lot of it. I had 4 times the amount of numbing agent in my forehead that adults get. He's like, I don't understand if she can feel this. My mom's, Angela, chill the F out, dude.
Oh no.
No.
As someone who just recently went through some stuff, the doctor was like, you're going to be numb. It's going to be okay. And I'm like, I'm not fucking numb. I can feel that right
and
now.
It's because they don't explain to you that you're not going to feel the pain, but you're going to feel the pressure. And you're going to feel like somebody moving your tiny little forehead skin around.
Sorry for everybody who's listening or who's squeamish
I'm
about
so
that.
mad. I'm trying to be so like diplomatic and like high level with it. But like truly, when you're getting stitches, when you're getting anything really done, it's local anesthesia.
Yeah.
You don't feel the pain. You feel like the pressure of somebody just like poking. But when you're like little, or if you don't if you don't know that from multiple experiences like I do, it's awful and it's terrifying because your adrenaline is going through your body like crazy. But I don't understand, and that adrenaline is honestly probably why Kawasi was able to stay in the game, because if I bust my head open, no way in actual hell, rapture or no rapture, am I keeping my ass on the pitch. I'm like, please no.
Like,
this just the robbing. I just imagined like womp,
Yeah.
womp, womp.
The commentators were saying like how crazy but also how strong she was to keep playing through that. And I'm like,
I don't think we should congratulate that though.
I was like, no, okay. After the first incident, she gets wrapped up. It's happened to other players before.
Yeah.
Go do your thing. Be the rock for your team. By the second time that it's starting to bleed down your face and you have to change your jersey, you had to get a different kit with a totally different number
And blank.
because with the blank name, it was number 40 or something like that, and it had no name because you bled too much on your kit. And
that's not worth it.
Like at that point,
3 times. So it was the first initial time and then 2 more times.
And then the last one, she went for a header that an Angel City player missed. It like went over their head, but she was up there too. So it got her square in the face, like in the nose. And so now there was like
extra. It was like, girl, your face is getting beat up. Just go sit down. It's not worth it. But
so all of that happened. But then, that was the craziness of the half and all the extra time.
Yeah. And that own goal Riley Tiernan has every right to be pissed off because it was like an own goal because somebody breathed on it. Like,
Yeah.
that was just a banger that barely deflected off another player.
Yeah, that shouldn't have been called an own goal, but it was an own goal. So we were winning 2-1, and then in the 71st minute,
Croy Bethune
and scored. Okay, let me explain. I'm the one that usually does the social stuff. Half the time towards the end of the game, I'm watching the game, but I'm also preoccupied thinking like, I need to make a post. I need to think of a prompt. I can't pre-think of a prompt because then they'll be generic. I always try to do something that's relevant. At the moment when it happened and we tied, I wrote, the tie feels like a loss. And then everybody's comments were like, nah, that didn't feel like a loss to me. And I was like, yes, I know, I agree with you. But right now I'm in my feels and it felt like a loss at this moment. So yes,
once he calmed down and came back down to earth.
I don't think that it was a loss. It was a very well played, very hard fought match.
Against the second place team. And we saw things with Angel City that we haven't seen in a long time, if ever. Like, yeah,
we have this kind of 75, 80 minute curse where like anytime we get there, like we somehow get injured. We're just completely gassed.
We give up a goal, which happened. And so like we all have that trauma of, oh God, there was another one that's going to come. We're going to give up another goal and we're going to lose this. Mm-hmm. So that's where I was coming from because I felt like we were doing so well the entire game. And then we hit that curse and then we get tied up. Again, Rodman, Bethune, second place team. They're inevitable. Like, and honestly, any other season, this is the first place team.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the thing. It's like someone said we weren't cooked. And I was like, that's exactly it. First half of the season, we would have been like, not even first half of the season. Shit. I don't know. Last 3 years, we would have been cooked. I think for the most part, Cassandra said in the Discord, I can continue to see the vision. Like you can see where things are starting to click and where they're working and all that kind of stuff. And for like our backline being, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, like Sarah Gordon has been the only consistent player on the backline this season.
Yeah.
Injuries galore.
Everybody else has been shifted.
Everything is everywhere. So there hasn't been a lot of consistency in the way we were hoping to see, but that's not on purpose. I'm sure Megan Reed would be like loving being on the pitch right now and not in a boot because those things suck and they're itchy. And I'm sure people don't want to be injured. Duh. Like,
yeah.
But the fact that we pulled out a draw, almost a win against the second place team on a team where we were out coached in the first half of the season says a lot to me. And that's why I was like, this feels like a well fought draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I it was to the point where in the Discord, I was like, guys, let me explain. And then I felt that I had to do that also like on Instagram. Like I made the post like right after. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna drag Angela in this saying that it was a loss. She thinks it's a win.
Primo can be a little dramatic. I'm just only sometimes though. Like not
the
even
predictions win.
Yeah.
But I do feel like it was a great match. It was hard fought all the way towards the end. There was lots of good improvement that we've seen. And I have to go back and remind myself that we've been talking this whole time that, look, our chances for the playoffs are slim. They're there. They're not gone. But they've always been slim because we've always been in this tumultuous kind of time of there's transition, there's new systems, there's new strategies, all of that. Yeah. And that we said, as long as we're seeing improvements, as long as we're seeing moving forward, as long as we're seeing like better connections between players, better connections between the entire back line or the entire midfield or getting these. Yeah, and we're starting to see all of that. And it's cool. We started to see all of that. Unfortunately, it was against the second place team in the league right now.
Exactly.
So it is what it is. But thank you to everybody who came in to correct me.
I feel like all of us just had to be like, hey, can you take a deep breath for a second? Because there was also a few people in the Discord that were like going through it. And I'm like, guys, take a deep breath. Everybody chill out. No, thank you. We're not doing this tonight.
We were so close.
That's so much closer than we would have been a hot minute ago.
Yeah. All right. With that draw, didn't really do much.
No, because
for us.
no one else in the league decided to help us again.
Okay. So we helped. We're in 11th place. We helped Kansas City secure the supporter shield.
We did.
Without our draw, they would have not won it last week.
That's true.
You're welcome, Kansas City. Yes. There's only 5 matches left to go. So we're going to keep saying it over and over and over, but every single match is uber important. Right now, only 2 matches can make the difference between us making it into the playoffs and us not, right? Which is crazy to think how tight everything is. But then the sad part about all of that is us being at 11th, Bay being in 12th. I believe it's Bay that's in 12th. There's enough of a point gap there that we're okay. That's why every time we draw or we've lost, we're still in 11th.
Right,
we haven't dropped.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even if they win, they still have more points to make up before they can even reach us. And we're at the point, thankfully, still, where if we win, we can leapfrog multiple spots.
Yeah.
That's where we're at. We're in 11th. There's only 5 matches left, but we can definitely make it, and it's not that far away. Something interesting that's going to happen from Primo GPT was figuring out that Chicago, with a draw or loss this week, means they will be the first team eliminated from the playoffs.
They're playing Kansas City.
And they're playing Kansas City.
R.I.P. Chicago, I love you.
Yeah. And so they're going to be the first ones, most likely. Never say never.
I'm not going to put a curse on them. I'm just saying,
no.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. They will be most likely the first ones to fall, but then everything starts falling quickly after that. So, that first domino is going to really start.
Yeah, the table is still very tight, but I think after this weekend,
Yeah. So, permutation primo, real quick. There isn't too many options that we have here. We can move up to 9th. Basically, with a win, we can either move to 9th and Dash loses. If the Dash draw, then we move up to 10th. Really, that's the only game we need to pay attention to that will directly affect us.
Yeah.
A draw or loss for ourselves would just mean that no matter what the result is anywhere else, we're going to be still in 11th place.
And the Dash play Washington. In DC. I'm just saying this could work in our favor.
Yes.
And I'll talk about this a little bit too, but go ahead.
Could work in our favor, although the Dash have been surprising everyone since the break.
Yes, they have.
Other results that don't necessarily affect us directly, but that would very greatly help us in the long run is a draw or loss for Bay. Just for the extra breathing room. They're right on our tail. They're, like I said, they're 5 points behind, so they still need a couple of wins to reach us, but it's getting close. The Courage, if they lose, still keeps us within striking distance. Also with Orlando, or if Orlando draw or lose, it still keeps us within striking distance to them. Amazingly, that Orlando's towards the bottom of the table.
Orlando has had a really,
playoff.
really tough second half of the season.
Yeah. They've dropped from second being like 1-on-1 with KC to dropping to like 7th place, 6th place, something like that.
7th.
And then the Gotham and Portland match, if they draw, it keeps both of them really close to us. Not like immediate striking distance, but close enough where we're like, okay, we can still do something. So those are the other matches, the other results we might want to keep an eye on. But the one that will directly affect us and our standing is the Dash.
Also, well-placed unintentional pun, given that we're playing in a doubleheader on Ion TV, and we got to keep an eye on these matches. You're welcome, everybody. So, we're taking on Racing in Louisville. As Mario said, the table's getting tighter. This is not a game we can afford to lose. This is a for sure 6-pointer. Racing is in 10th. We're right there behind them. Essentially tied. Like it's just this. We're just going up and down, up and down. Yeah. I want to win this game. I want my team to win this game. Like in a very dominant manner. Like I just want it to be like, and everything clicks. Boom, boom. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's really what I want. But the biggest thing here is right now, Angel City's been in the same mental space that Racing's in right now. With everything with Savannah DeMello compared to our Savvy. Like there's been a lot of comparisons injury-wise and having a team member who's like having medical events on the pitch. Given that, they've had a fantastic season and I don't know how it's going to end because it's funky. And I feel for them, and I hope that Savannah DeMello continues to recover and find a way forward in soccer or life and whatever that means. But this is going to be a game because neither team is going to want to walk away with a draw. Racing is a very physical team. What's her name? Laura Harvey, who coaches Seattle, said this the last game, pregame, talking about Bev Yanes, their coach, and saying that she does not coach the way she doesn't coach the game the way she played the game, which is like the biggest success factor of a player who's become a coach, is that you're not just trying to get them to play your game. You're coaching a system. Like you see it from a different perspective. So that's cool. Racing has a few players out, like key players, Uchenna Kanu being one of them. Obviously Savannah DeMello. There's a few others that are either questionable or out, and I don't know if they're coming back or if they're out. But yeah, it's going to be so interesting, and I'm so curious how this is going to go because there's a lot on the line. Racing is in their heads emotionally. Like you can tell me all you want. Like, oh, they're fine. It's been a couple weeks and she's fine. No.
We're not. We haven't been fine. Like they're not.
Nobody's fine.
No.
You can't be in this environment right now.
And truly, I think in one of the more like real statements for any of the NWSL games at the moment, this one in particular is definitely neither team wants a draw.
No.
Neither team wants to go away with a draw in this match because a draw is...
It's a kiss of death right now.
Yes. As great as the match might be, a draw is just useless. Like, you don't want that. And that's usually the excitement of the international leagues, is when they get down to the promotion relegation and you start getting into that, like, the draw is going to screw you. That loss is, like, dire. This is the closest we get to that of the, like, promotion relegation. But, like, really, both teams here are so close to getting into a good position for a playoff run that nobody wants to lose.
Yeah. And this team has been playing weird this year in a way that I don't understand. But part of that is their physicality, and sometimes it's like unregulated physicality. I'll talk about that in a second. But players on their team, they have a very fun team to watch. You have Ari Borges, who I'm not even going to talk about this episode because I've talked about her a bunch before. Uchenna Kanu, who I said is out, who I love talking about. There's so many good players on this team. There's Aaron Wright, who's been on and off the injury list. Like, I asked Eva, I was like, who should I talk about for Racing? We were looking at the roster and we were both like, yes, sure, pick names out of a hat. I don't know. This is a really good team. And Racing has a weird history of being a really good team, and it's just not clicking. Like, it's that kind of where Angel City is, in the sense of, like, you're twisting the dials just a little bit here and there, trying to figure out the best option or the best plays or what have you, but it's like something isn't right yet, or you're missing a player or something. So I hope they get it together. Not Saturday. They can get it together after that, but not on Saturday.
We say that every single time.
I know. I got to put it out there. So I'm going to start talking about the team with Emma Sears. She is... all three players actually are like in their first or second seasons in the league, which is crazy because they're like household names. Emma Sears is number 13. She's a forward. She played at Ohio State with Kayla Fisher, who I'm going to talk about in a second. Had 13 goals between this season and last season. 8 caps for the women's national team for the U.S. She's known for playing wide and like being on the wings essentially, and she's become a playmaker. I was reading up on her in her last year at Ohio State, because I think she did the 5th year thing with the COVID year. She like essentially changed her role, because you're like a super senior at that point. You're playing your position at a different level, so you can play around with it a little bit. And it just, everything I've read about Emma Sears and just watching her play both with Racing and the national team, she's just fun to watch. She also has great hair. That's completely unrelated, but like I'm jealous of like that thick ponytail she's got. It's just, she's got great hair. But yeah, she's a threat, obviously, a scoring threat. You want to mark her. You want to make sure she doesn't get the ball, which can, especially when there's a player like Sarah Weber on the field with her. She's a rookie, played at Nebraska. This is the most wild thing I've read in a minute. In 3 seasons in high school, she scored 100 goals.
What?
I don't know if that means her team was that good or the other teams were that bad, or it doesn't matter. Because obviously I didn't watch Nebraska soccer for the last 4 years. But 8 years. That's insane.
How do you...
Yeah, it's okay. But over the course of high school, 3 years of high school, she had 100 goals. She scored 43 in college, which makes sense because it does get harder. But she played at Nebraska, and now so far she's only got 1 goal in the league, thankfully. But she is going to be a problem. The second it clicks for her and she settles in and she's got more of like a defined role, she's going to be a problem. She's lovingly known as Sweb in the trading card realm. Sweb. So to have an attack with like young players like that who are already, they've got their chops, they're putting in the time, they're getting the call ups, because I think Sarah Weber's on the U23 team too. So like they're not strangers to U.S. soccer in the international game. That's part of that greatness. So Sarah Weber's also like a forward and a midfielder. So she can do double duty, be a different type of threat than an Emma Sears or like a predominant forward, because you know how to play make differently. So yeah, there's that. And then there's the Kayla Fisher of it all. And I bring this up because she has a history with Angel City that sucks. And
oh
yeah. Mario I'm read reading my notes.
Yeah.
So she's number 9. She's a midfielder. She is a very good midfielder. Like, nothing I'm going to say takes away from the fact that she is a very good player. And I said this with Merritt. Merritt was hated in the league by a lot of people, a lot of fans, partially because she was aggressive, partially because she was so good. And to be hated by fan bases as a rival or as an opposing player, you have to be good. Nobody cares if you're just fine. It's like, oh, okay, make sure she doesn't score. Sure. Like there's no big feelings unless you have the personality or like the villain. And Kayla Fisher kind of embodies that energy. Like, she has the same energy as Merritt, but I think because of her youth, she hasn't reined it in yet, because she's a very aggressive player. She's like a gnat, and it's like irritating, right? Like, you have those defenders in every sport that has offensive defense. There's like, I just think of certain people I played basketball against, or like professional basketball players, where I'm just like, oh, you're so irritating, because it's usually like this little small person that just like sticks on you and you're like, please go away. Like, I can't move my arm. And that's the whole point of defense. Duh. But the hard part is that she hasn't, in the way that we said Macy Hodge like needs to figure out how to control her fouling so she doesn't accumulate so many cards. Kayla Fisher, same thing. You got to pull it back a little bit. You can play aggressive, but when it tips that like out of control point where there's no coming back from this, then there's an issue. Because last season, before Merritt got hurt, and like towards the end of Merritt's career with the league and with Angel City, we were playing Racing at home. And granted, at Lynn Stadium's also where Kristen Press got hurt. So we have history with Racing Louisville and shit going down. We're playing at home. there's like a battle in the box. Merritt's there. Kayla Fisher, like, I don't even remember like the buildup or anything. I just know that I saw Merritt like essentially like tumble and fly almost into the metal railing of the supporter section.
Yeah.
And Kayla rolling after her. Like, they just were like in a tussle to the point where as Merritt was like getting up or like readjusting, she full on straddled her and was like, yeah. There were words exchanged.
I remember that. Yeah.
And I know the general gist of what was said. You can make your assumptions. I'm pretty sure everybody has the same general idea. But words were exchanged. I believe there was a yellow. But that happened. Right? So then we fast forward to this season. We're playing them at home. Same side of the pitch, like in front of the supporter section, in the box. Kayla Fisher gets tangled up with Madison Hammond. She essentially, like, their arms are all tangled, and that happens. Like, I'm not saying that the physicality is bad or, oh my God, don't do that. Don't hurt my, I don't care. Like, you're playing a contact sport, you're going to get bodied. But it's when you get tangled up and instead of just trying to like, free yourself, you then essentially like palm somebody's head and spin them around and pull their hair. Then yes, hello. No, thank you. She ended up getting a red card and then serving a 3-game suspension after that. And that's on top of, at that time, Ari Borges had gotten a red and was serving a 3-game suspension. And like, we were the last game of Ari's suspension. Ari came back the next week, and then Kayla Fisher's out for 3 weeks after that. It was their season. That's what I'm saying. Like, racing season has been weird in a way I don't understand, but their team is very good. And I don't think that you should underestimate them because they're having like this conflicting season of like really high highs, really low lows.
I think that's the dangerous part of all of this.
Yes.
The unpredictability. Exactly. We can't go into this like a spirit game being like, they're just fucking good. Like, we got to play up to them, or we're definitely going to win this one because they've been bad. It's just, nope. We complete wild card. Yeah, I remember that most of the time we played them, it's been pretty physical.
It's bad.
So that physicality plus the absolute need for a win, it's going to be an interesting
I just hope everybody walks off the pitch in one piece. No parts are hurting.
Can we all be safe?
For both teams? Yeah. Can everybody just walk off in the same condition they walked on? Maybe with some ice or something, but like nothing serious. Just like...
Remember, you usually like smile and hug after the game because like you know them.
You know people, and you should just end up hurt. That's all I'm asking from this game is like, please just let both teams not suffer a crisis. Healthy. No traumatic events. Just... let Angel City win. That's all. That's all I ask. Please, no trauma, and also an Angel City win. That's not too much to ask. But for Angel City, I was struggling to figure out because I usually try to pick players out and say, okay, this is what we're looking for from them. This is the kind of player they are. We're getting towards the end of the season where I've already talked about everybody, or at least everybody who's playing, and we have like evidence of. So now it's just getting into the fact that our midfield needs to lock down. And thankfully, we're going to have Neely Martin, Macy Hodge, Myra. Is it News? I don't know. Everybody pronounces it different. I can't figure out which one's right.
I thought you said Niehaus.
It's okay. So the media guide on Angel City says Niehaus or Niehoos. And then Isaac and Tracy say News. And then all the different broadcasts say News. So I should just DM her and ask her because I feel bad. So anyway, Mayara, Macy, and Neely in our midfield, chef's kiss, love it. They lock this down with Kennedy Fuller, with June, honestly, to have June play a little up in the mid. Like, please, this is a beautiful, young, fun, shenanigan midfield, but also so talented and so good. And I think the more they're able to play together, the better they're going to be able to lock in. Because I think a lot of Macy's fouls come from the franticness that occurs in an Angel City midfield situation.
Yeah.
Where it's at a certain point.
There's definitely moments where we see the system working. then we see that one piece of the system not work, and then panic ensues.
And that's any team. Like, you're going to get the panic of, like, they broke our press, or they broke through whatever. But I think especially with Neely Martin in there, with her experience in the league, going from a bottom of the table to a championship winning team, that is going to be huge for the younger players, especially the midfielders. So I'm excited to see how we come out collectively on Saturday. And then I mentioned it earlier, but like, Sarah Gordon is Sarah Gordon. We had yet another Sarah Gordon chant in the stands last week. She's just exactly who you want her to be. But she's been the only consistent person in our back line. Savvy, Megan Reed is hurt currently. I don't know if she's going to be available this week or not. Dorson just came on. She effectively was just like, oh crap, I'm here. I guess I'm starting now and playing a full 90. Great. And then the combination of Shores, MA, Giselle, Miyabi, and I feel like there was another player playing on the wings that I don't remember. But there's been constant rotation there. And yeah, you're going to sub people out, but not change your starters unless there's injuries or other things happening. So, like,
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how we lock into this last few weeks of the season. We have a month left. We'll see what happens. A lot
can happen, including, and we'll see how much of a chess game they're playing for this current season versus building for the next. The roster freeze isn't for till another 2 weeks.
Yeah.
October 9th, I believe. So
shit's gonna change.
Any team, including Angel City, can add people to the roster. They just can't be international transfers. But if they're free agents, they can add players to the roster till the end of the season.
Seatbelts, friends. Who knows?
If we get one, maybe two new signings, I haven't looked at what our actual roster looks like right now and if we have room. But if we get a signing, that might indicate that, like, they're thinking, hey, we can make a push towards this. Or we might not, and it'd be like, we're just going to let it ride for the season and we'll recoup in the off season. But there's still a possibility. And you know what? Yep. It's been interesting. And I will say that is that this second half of the second half, they've been keeping it interesting.
Exactly. So buckle your seatbelts, hold on to your pants, do whatever you need to do to just hold on. It's like the oh shit bar in the car. That's where I think all Angel City fans are right now. Like, please. I don't know. Please just keep us safe. But overall, in our past meetups with Racing, we've won twice, we've drawn twice, we've lost 3 times. So I would love to see a 3 in the win column. And then we just have the rest of the stats. So fingers crossed for an Angel City win on Saturday. That's all I have to say.
Yep. So once again,
so that match, we didn't get raptured.
You never know, there's a couple more days, and if you don't, then the match is going to be on Saturday, November 27th versus Racing at Lynn Family Stadium. It's going to be a 4:30 match for us on Ion TV, or if you can't watch it on TV, listen to Isaac and Tracy on iHeartRadio. It absolutely is the best, and we can't stop ever singing their praises. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We need this one. Let's see what happens. If you like what you hear, and why not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening. Check out casualfc.com for all the pod links. We're also on YouTube. Follow us on socials at casualfcpod, all one word, on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok, or casualfc.com on BLUESKY. You can come join us on Discord. We talk about the Discord all the time, and it truly is really fun for just like game banter or just news, or there's a little bit of a chisme kind of channel, but we don't delve too much into.
No, it's mostly like
crazy conspiracies,
and then like it dies out 2 seconds later.
Yeah, but it's fun. That, and then we also have a gluten-free channel where there's more
of us, because it was me and Dustin, and now there's TJ, and all of us are
3 of us.
Yeah, we're all like, yay, celiac, woo! Like,
and you know what? Whenever you guys post into that, I will say it's useful for everybody else, because when you post into it, I take what you guys recommend and stuff, and I send it to my cousin, because she's recently been
Diagnosed
gluten sensitive. I sent it to her to be able to like have options and stuff like that. So it's always informative.
I'll send you more things. I'll send you so much more.
Nice. All right. And best ways to support the pod. Always, you can share, comment on any one of our posts on socials, on any of the social platforms, or you can also go to YouTube and comment there, hit the like button, do all that stuff, or wherever you're actually listening to the episode from. It always helps engagement in wherever you're at. You can also grab some merch. We have a bunch of fun stuff on our shop channel. It's shop.casualfc.com. And if you feel so inclined and want to do any combination of any one of these, one, all, none, it's all good, you can help support the pod by buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. It's just a great way for you to be able to send us a buck or two to help us kind of keep going with what we're doing. And it's fun. Tell a friend about the pod. It brings us good luck. We wrap up that good luck and we give it to the team. And you know what? It's been working.
Yeah.
So let's keep it going. So with all that, let's enjoy our post-Rapture party and let's watch the game on Saturday.
Oh, also, thank you guys for like 10,000 downloads over the last, I think I mentioned it a couple episodes ago. I know I put it in the Discord, but I cried a little bit when Mario sent me that text. So thank you for listening to me yap about sports. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Those glasses are the equivalent of the omelet maker where like you can enjoy different types of food as long as you're okay with them being in a half moon shape.
Yep. Or it's like the East Bay cheerleading Nike shoe or like volleyball shoe where it has the insert where you put your school color in. That's what it feels like to me. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The plastic Nike
logo.
The little,
like,
so you put the little
disc.
card.
Yeah. And it hurts like hell on the side of your foot. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's how you got your team to get some.
That's how you knew you had team shoes.
Yeah.
You had that Nike insert.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a good callback.